Hello, guys, and welcome back to the MCU Rewatch. Today's film that we rewatched was the one, the only, the Doctor Strange, 2016.
Yes, it was 2016, Keane.
Thank you. Okay, Tom, would you like to hit us with some things you really liked about the movie?
I enjoyed it, Keane. Obviously, this is your movie. You won't shut up about how it's going to be the top of S tier or whatever, so I'm expecting you to carry this episode, but I enjoyed it. I feel like the world building it's really good. Like you get like the magic design, the design for the magic, which I think is really good with like the orange like sparks and like using it to conjure weapons.
Yep.
You get like the relics, like the Staff of the Living Tribunal, like Wand of Watoomb, the Cloak of Levitation. You get the stuff like the Mirror Dimension. You get the Eye of Agamotto, another Infinity Stone. Woo! And you get like the Jesus Christ, this is going well. And I really like the concept of there being like the three sanctums as like protective shield against mystical forces and all kinds of law and like magic technologies. You get like, as I said, like the doors to different places into the sanctum and the sling rings and like the astral plane. I like that you get all that like magic kind of world building.
Yeah.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch is obviously great as Doctor Strange, but I feel like he nails kind of both sides of it, like the cocky surgeon at the start to the kind of, I guess, not, he still kind of is, but the more humble version of him at the end, like, and you'd get like all the kind of scenes with his hands like shaking again, great going throughout. I think I think all the designs and the CGI in this are great. Like, as I said, the magic designs are great, but you get like the rolling buildings when the first fight with the Ancient One, which is really good.
Yeah.
And also when like the Ancient One opens Doctor Strange's third eye and you see him just like shooting through those realities, they all look just amazing. You get the Dark Dimension at the end, which again looks really good. I think there's also some really great lines in it, like where they're like, what's his name, Mordo hands Doctor Strange the card, and he's like, what's this? One of Strange's like, no, that's the Wi-Fi password, we're not savages. You get him being like, oh no, not again, when the Ancient One sent Doctor Strange to Everest. Like, how many people have they sent to Everest who've just died there? Like when he's fighting Caecilius in the New York Sanctum and he just picks up a random relic and he's like, you don't know how to use that, do you? Like the humour's there. I really like Doctor Strange's design also with like the blue robe, the cape, the cloak, and the Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah.
I think it's such a good design, like, and it's like right out the gate, first film, nail the design.
Yeah, they do.
I feel like you also get a lot of Doctor Strange's like character in this. Like you see all kind of the aspects of him. Like obviously you get the cocky dog. You see like determination in trying to find like all the different solutions to fix his hands. You get like him using the sling ring to steal the books out from behind Wong. Or Wong's listening to Beyonce after Doctor Strange calls him like Beyonce or whatever. You also get him like going straight. You also get him going straight to like Christine after he gets stabbed in the New York Sanctum. Well, I think all the fight scenes of this are also really good, like the way they use the magic and like the magic kind of things they establish, but also the surroundings, like with the rolling builders, as I said.
Yeah.
Like, I think the astral fight in the OR with Strange and like the Caecilius' minions really good. The way he uses like the defibrillator to kill that guy.
Yeah.
And then obviously the fight in the Mirror Dimension with Mordo and Strange, and then the against Caecilius where he's just like folding everything on himself. It looks amazing, but then again, like with the small moments, like when you get Astral Doctor Strange talking to the Ancient One after she's about to die.
When she's expanding her moment.
Yeah. And I think like at the end when Doctor Strange is using the Time Stone in Hong Kong, like I think it looks great. But I think it's really like unique and a fun concept, the way everything's like moving backward, and like we get another shot at this until Caecilius freezes it, and then obviously you get like the dumb army I've come to bargain scene just over and over, and again, kind of a good line, and I think kind of captures Doctor Strange's character, like where he's like Payne's an old friend, so he's like happy to do it like again and again.
Yeah.
But those are all my likes. I'm expecting you to have.
Okay, fine. I need you guys to realize this was a rewatch series for a reason. Okay, during the period of 2017 to 2018, I had watched this film so many times. Genuinely loved it. It's great. I lost a bit on that rewatch today, to be honest. Just don't get me wrong. There was something so magical about it when when I was 12. It's still there, but I kind of see it more as like it's beautifully choreographed. And we have some great scenes of it, but it feels rushed, which is a negative, so I'm not going to talk about it yet. Okay, so great. Obviously, I like that we see from the start his memory is impeccable. He's doing the whole music trivia, which is alright, I guess. I hate pretentious music people, man. I know a couple. Tom's not one of them, don't worry. Tom knows good music.
Well, first time Keane's ever called my music good.
The second one he has album was really good, yeah. So I kind of like that, but I also like how we should start off the bat that he's kind of a piece of shit doctor, and he's only in it for like what's better and what's better and what's better. What's hardest, sorry. And then obviously the car accident, which it's goodly done for like a man that was so focused on when he's a surgeon, he's so focused on his patients that he just fucking and I assume that he's talking about Colonel Rhodes in that scene.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I thought it was, yeah, which I really like. I'm definitely going to rewatch this film again. I can't lie, because when I watched it, it was very much a downer, but I think it still stands. So I'm going to have to watch it again. But anyway, then obviously we see him blow out at Christine, which I kind of liked. I liked that Benedict Cumberbatch, that's his name, is like his acting in this is incredible. We see the range of his range so much in this, from cocky to arrogant to sad to anger to like peace. You can't see him in his peace. And then we get to Comatage, which I really like the look of. I really like how it is. And then the first astral projection scene, beautiful, which I love. I also like the patriarchy of it all, when he's like, oh, thank you, Grandmaster? Is it Grandmaster?
Ancient One.
Ancient One, that's it. Yeah, not Grandmaster. That's a different bad group. Anyway, so he's like, oh, Ancient One this, and it's the woman, obviously, which we know because we've seen her, but Stephen doesn't. I like that. I should also say I like when he goes to the guy that healed himself and just wanted normal life. I like seeing that. I kind of like that, because what we see in this movie is that they're kind of shitty sorcerers. Like, it's once you're in, you're in. Especially with Stephen, but obviously I think because of Endgame, we know that the Ancient One knows that Stephen's going to always stay. So she's like, okay, pushing him in that. Then we do get to see that montage of him learning, which you wouldn't expect like a learning montage to be any good, but it was. With fucking Google Translate being made, use of, and it's just great. Then we get obviously the first scene with the first bit of conflict we see with Stephen, and he's genuinely just so far out of his depth that when the cape, like the cape is the only reason the guy's alive.
Yeah,
which I really liked. His supporting cast, I don't mind. Wong, Christine, don't mind that. Obviously the guy from the new Pac-Man movies is in there. I am a fucking sorceress. Which I don't know if you'll get that reference, Tom, because you're not seeing Bathrooms, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, one character in general I really like. I really like at the end when he's laughing at the joke. Also, the body horror when he makes his deal with Dormammu, and the group just kind of like bone snap their way into like shriveled up corpses, and go up to where Dormammu lives. Which also great use of Dormammu. That guy. Great use of him being isn't he one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe?
Probably.
And then he just gets laid out by someone that just dies a lot. I also kind of like the guy that's like in this world of darkness eventually gets sick of killing the guy infinitely.
Yeah.
So I liked that as well. That contrast of like that doesn't make sense for his character, but also kind of works. I think that's going to be all my likes. Tom, do you have any dislikes about the movie?
I had a couple, to be fair, which is mainly I felt like the ratio of like sorcerers and also Caecilius's zealots were off. Like when Caecilius like goes to the London Sanctum, there's one guy there and Strange. Like I feel like there should be more there.
Yeah.
Also, like I feel like when they're fighting in the New York Sanctum or whatever, like they already know London's fallen. Surely, like the Ancient One should be there. But
yeah,
and like we get to the end and we see like Wong being like to give all the students like, oh, take a weapon, like don't let them in the sanctum or whatever. And then Strange gets there and like the fight's already over and he rewinds time, but we only see Wong. Like we don't see any of the other guys. Like surely all those magician student, sorcerer students and Wong maybe could defeat like the three guys that showed up there. But we also don't see any of the sorcerers beyond Wong going like, grab a weapon, bloody blah. Like Caecilius had a bunch of zealots at the start, and then like they show up at the end with two other guys. Like, where is just everyone in this world that's not a main character?
Yeah, I mean, go on.
No, I was just gonna say that was my main issue. Like, just I feel like there was a bunch of sorcerers training at Comatage. Surely there's a bunch of sorcerers who've already been trained at Comatage and are like in the sanctums or whatever. Like, where is everybody?
Yeah,
I also feel like when we get to the Hong Kong thing, like we get to Hong Kong, it's just like, the Dark Dimension's here, we failed. But like, we never saw the New York Sanctum fall. We never saw anyone say the New York Sanctum fall. Like, Doctor Strange just says like, London's fell and New York's been attacked twice, but it's never like the New York Sanctum never like fell.
The Ancient One kind of says to Stephen that the New York Sanctum doesn't have a guardian anymore, and then offers him the job. If that kind of helps.
It like they never kind of articulate that what technically just makes the Sanctum fall. Like just because like the Hong Kong Sanctum was just obliterated by the time they got there.
Yeah, no,
but like the New York Sanctum is fine because that's where we see Strange for like the rest of his movies and Infinity War and Endgame, and he returns to it at the end of this movie and it looks fine.
I assume they just killed the guy then.
It's a pretty lousy defense then for supposedly all-powerful sorcerers.
Which also is annoying because like they know that Caecilius has the pages, so I'm like, surely, you know, there's metal detectors at the airports for a reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes.
Like again, like there's this bad sorcerer dude out on the run who wants to like tear down and bring the dark dimension in or whatever, and you're not gonna like fortify the sanctums by putting a couple more guys in.
Yeah.
But the last kind of note I had for this is I feel like it should have been a lot more like this for Doctor Strange 2, like rather than what they did with Wanda. I feel like they should have built upon like this foundation more because I think it's a really strong foundation, and especially kind of you have the credit scene with like Mordo going too many sorcerers, and I feel like they should have built on that more rather than just going woo Wanda, she's sad she has no children.
You're completely right at that point. That's on my negatives as well because it's another end credit scene that just isn't used, but I never see it mentioned.
I was going to say, I think I read somewhere that I think like they had a deleted scene in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where I think Wanda kills Mordo. I think it was deleted.
Okay. Yeah. And the problem is he kind of makes a good villain because he, in his entire belief system, has just been destroyed.
Yeah.
And he sees people taking it for granted. So he goes, just kills it. I don't know if he kills him, but he takes the powers off. And I think that does suck because it's like I did like his relationship with Strange, and the end credit they kind of just get rid of that.
Yeah.
Another dislike for the film for me, if you've done with yours,
Yeah.
is it's too fast paced. We kind of go from car incident to Stephen Strange being a better sorcerer than anyone there to 3 sanctums are destroyed and bad guys are winning.
Yeah.
I know there is stuff that happens on the way, like the Ancient One dies and stuff, but it just feels too slow. No, it just feels too fast.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is it felt like an hour and 30-minute movie, but it was an hour 50.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get that, like it felt too short. Anyway, you are right. It kind of, we see Stephen Strange in Infinity War, Endgame, Ragnarok, Multiverse of Madness. Nothing else, I don't think.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home, yes, after that, yes. And it just feels like they killed his character in Multiverse of Madness. Just made him, like, Wanda just shouldn't have been the villain. Sorry, this is something that we'll
I feel like post the Russo brothers doing what they did with him in Infinity War and Endgame, he's relegated to being kind of the guy dealing with like bigger like threats rather than the guy who just does magic.
And that's true because we don't really see him do any mystical threats in Multiverse Madness, do we?
Mm.
Or even in Infinity War and Endgame because he's fighting Thanos as an on-world threat. We do see him use the mirror dimension again a lot in I think every appearance that he's in, other than Ragnarok. But like, surely there are more enemies to Comatage that they could have explored. Like, I think they should have gone the route of the guy that's his friend. I'm blanking on his name.
Mordo,
yeah, because he's obviously on the Illuminati and obviously hates Strange anyway. He clearly really hates him, because of what I get. They needed like an in to incursions, kind of.
Yeah.
But it just feels like they could have done incursions and Mordo in the same film.
Yeah. Maybe have like Mordo hopping to different realities to like kill the sorcerers in those realities or something to get power rather than having Wanda be, do I have kids in this universe? No.
And then America Chavez is just not used again.
No.
But I think I like her relationship with Strange in the second one. And I think she could have probably stayed in the second one.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I will say this is about the second one, but I'm going to mention it here just because it's on my mind. When Wanda kills Professor X?
Yeah.
I always thought it was like a neck snap. She just tears through his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was grim. I saw it the other day. I was like, what? I thought she just, So that was all my dislikes, to be honest, about the film, Tom, because I do highly regard this film as one of the GOATs. Because I feel like it does have a feel good film, a feel good vibe to it, and I like that about it. Tom, if you could have a sling ring, where's the first place you'd go with it?
Your bedroom key.
Damn. I'd I'd put a thing in your front room, no, like the front door of your house. So every time you tried to step out of it, you went back into your house. Just like endless.
That's not cool. I just go around the neighbours.
Well, I'd hope you try jump over it first, and like I just kind of have like a couple of reels of you jumping over it, missing, and then you just go around your neighbours maybe. But by the time you've done that, I've moved it to Wingers. No, not Wingers. Hooters.
What the hell?
It's like a surprise for you, Tom, because I know you're not gay. We're going to the male Hooters, the Hooties. Stop me from talking, please.
Where would you put Doctor Strange on the tier list, Keane?
It's obviously an S tier for me, but on the rewatch, I'm okay putting it. I want it above Captain America: Civil War.
That's very fair.
my thing is, right, quite frankly, I think this was better than Iron Man 3. But I don't think Iron Man 3, I don't think it's better than the first Avenger. I'm okay but never the first Avenger.
Hold on, let me work out where I put it. I would probably put it top of A tier, so...
You put it top of A?
Yeah.
Yep, top A is. Stanley's cameo was on a bus this time, in the
He
mirror
was.
connection. He was like, well, he stopped it before he got into it.
I was going to say, just off Stanley's cameo, I see people online recently saying the fucking scene in Spider-Man Brand New Day where Spider-Man like lands on the bus is a Stanley reference because there's just an empty seat on the bus. Fuck you, you fucking idiot. No, it's not. It's an empty bus seat. Get a grip.
Next day, who did the film?
Daniel Day Cretton, I think. I'm probably
That guy
butchering
comes
that
out.
name.
He just new article posted. The no seat was for Stanley.
Fuck off. Like, can't be serious about that though, can you? Fucking
no. God no.
An empty seat is a Stanley cameo.
You know what I will say though, Tom? We don't have a D-tier film yet.
We don't. And
I'm looking. Okay, I think I want to poach an idea. Not poach. I'm going to poach at you. Would you put Falcon in the Winter Soldier in D-tier?
From what I remember, yes.
That was the first film I've seen on here that I thought maybe could be D. Yes.
Maybe Quantumania. Definitely Secret Invasion.
Not seen Secret Invasion. I kind of like Quantumania. I did enjoy it. Have you not?
No.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
And you just can't hide it. Are you about to lose control and Hulk out?
No Hulk reference in Doctor Strange? Boo. Alright. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And follow for more in the next coming weeks.
Goodbye.
Bye. So Tom, how do you think that went?